What is up, guys? Matt here in the coffee shop. Couple things I want to talk to you guys about in this video. So one is, if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, you might see that I think that we have decided to change our Main Street building, make some changes to it. I think we're gonna move in the direction of more of putting in a very unique fitness gym, something that Casey and I are very passionate about, something that we've always been involved in. You know, the last 10 years is living a good, healthy lifestyle and getting in now the gym every day. And we see a need for that here in the town that we're in. We see a desire for that here from the people that are around us, and they would like to be a part of that. So still have, the coffee lounge thing in the works, maybe to be able to be here near our coffee shop on wheels and stuff. Definitely not shutting down the coffee shop. We're doing both. So, the one thing that got asked yesterday, and Casey and I visited about it, was, how did we get to this point? And we've done videos on this before. How did we get to the point to where we could be, I guess, live this entrepreneur life, like doing one thing, going and hiking the trail, just traveling and having fun, opening a coffee shop, buying a building on Main Street, and then, deciding, are we going to turn it into a gym? Or are we going to turn it into a coffee shop? And, that's our life. That is it. If you look back at my life years ago, my life was I worked in the oil field. We had a home. Our kids went to school. And if you asked me what I was going to be doing in 10 years, I could pretty much tell you what I was going to be doing in 10 years. And that was going on vacation once a year for 2 weeks to Colorado, trying to squeeze in adventures everywhere that I could. But, I knew that I was going to go to work. For the most part, I was going to be working with the same people. I knew what I had to do. Didn't mean that things don't change, and the atmosphere doesn't change and stuff. But it's just little pieces, and and that's security. That's what we all are raised saying. That you need security in your life, and I just found myself just not wanting that security anymore, because it's like reading a good book. If you're reading a good book and you already know the ending to the book, I'm not going to finish the book. I have no desire. I want to read a book and I want it to be going up and down. I want the storyline to change, and I want all kinds of awesome things to be happening in that book. And that's what's going to suck me in. And that's the life I'm living now. I want a life that's pulling me in different directions. There's highlights, there's low times, and but in the end, I'm gonna feel complete, and so what is the end for us? I have no idea. Is this coffee shop on wheels the end? Absolutely not. This more than likely will be something that we will travel with, and we will take places, and we will use it to get to experience coffee in other states with other people. But at the same time, I could sell this thing and move on to something else. If something else gets me fired up and there's something else I find myself more passionate about, that's what I'm going to do. That's my security. My security in life is my passion, my desire to please my wife, my desire to spend as much time possible with my kids, and my desire to live a life that represents me as a Christian, and represents that I love God, and so I want to spread happiness everywhere I go. I want to be the kind of person that that people want to be around, and that I inspire people and motivate people. And having that normal, typical job like everyone has that you go to every day, I found myself not being able to grow anymore. And so that's not for everyone. There's definitely a need for people to have those jobs and stuff, and some people really do really well at that, and I felt like that I wasn't doing really well at that anymore, so I took myself out of that position. And now I feel like I'm doing really well at this, and the sky's the limit, When I was at my job, I knew how much money I made per year, as a salary. I knew if I worked overtime, how much money I could make. And now, doing this, I have no idea how much money I'm going to make. I have no idea what my financial success level is ever going to be. It may be way more than I ever dreamed, or it may be way less than I ever thought, and so, but that's part of what drives me, if I'm not doing what I feel like I need to do, like financially, I'm not getting where I want to be, I make the adjustments, I work harder, I do something else on the side, I figure that out, and Casey has the exact same mindset that I do, and so we feed off each other, and it works really well for us. And we're very proud that we have a relationship, a marriage, 2 children that love this life that we're living, and it's great, So that's kind of the story how we got here. We went all in. We said, hey, this is what we're going to do, and we don't have it all figured out. I love the fact that my kids don't know what they want to be. The whole time I was in high school, the whole time Casey was in high school, even while my kids were in high school, they're like, it's all about deciding. We're preparing our kids all the time if they're in school for college. You're always preparing them for education, and so Casey and I are very, very high on education. We're very high on self-education and teaching ourselves what we need to know for the next move. And feeding off others, getting inspired by others, asking questions. And if you was to ask me, like, what steps should I take to run my own business, I would never tell you to go to college, because I feel like, and I hope that I don't hurt anyone's feelings here, but the majority of the people that are teaching business in college, and listen, like I said, this may not be everywhere, but the vast majority of the people that are teaching business in college have never started a business. They have never operated and ran a business. They went to college to learn about business and then became a teacher, and now they're teaching business, and, so you're paying to go to school to learn about business when you could go to work for someone. You could say, hey, I want to be a business owner, and you could go to work for if you find someone that is a successful business owner that knows all the ins and the outs of business, and go to work for them. Say, I would like to work for you as an intern. You could start out working for free even, and if you're passionate about it, they're obviously going to start paying you to do that, and it's the same with everything. Now, there is certifications and different things to do certain things, and that's where college is, a necessity. And so, just going to college to figure out what you want to be and what your passion is, I personally don't think that you can find it there. I feel like that you find it out in the world, traveling around and working in several places. If you don't know what you're passionate about or what you want to do for a living for the rest of your life until you're 30 or 35, who cares? I mean, you still have like 30, 40, 50 years to do what it is you love, If you're doing what you love, then there's no retirement age, I feel like, if you're doing what you love, you will gladly do that until, God takes you home. That's just it. And who knows if you're going to live to be in your 60s when it's time to retire? Who knows if you're going to live to be 100? We don't know. We only know right now in the moment, And so I like to live every single day like it's my last, and I find myself in such a better mood and so much happier when I have less stuff in my life. We like to live like minimalists. I mean, we have a lot going on right now. We're running one business and we're trying to start another business, but it's the season that we're in. It's the season of life that we're in right now. And, we're using our passions to make an income. So, we're not afraid to take risk, and we are not afraid to fail. That is the biggest thing that we are not afraid of, because we have failed so many times at so many things, and all you do is you learn from those mistakes and you grow from those mistakes, and success continues to come, But if the gym that I'm deciding to start next month just doesn't work out, it won't, I won't really consider it a failure. I will consider it a learning curve, a learning point. Maybe it is still that I should open a gym, but maybe I should do it somewhere different or whatever. Or maybe it will be super successful and I can enjoy it for a couple years, and then maybe I can pass that success on to someone else, So, just don't be afraid. If you're a young person watching this video, absolutely don't think that you have to have your life figured out on, what you want to be and whatever. Try new things. Get out there and work at several different jobs, A lot of people say that doesn't look good on a resume, having multiple jobs and stuff like that. But I think that we're in a different time now, I think that only doesn't look good if you're trying to go into the same, the same work, and you're leaving for, odd reasons and stuff, you don't like it here, just because of the people, whatever. You're always going to have to work for people that you don't like. If you run your own business, there's still going to, you're still going to have to work with people that you don't agree with, have different views than you. It doesn't matter if it's your own business or you're working for someone else, Be passionate about it, and all those little things like that, don't really matter. You know, it's other people's views, other people's ideas that really don't reflect on you. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You chase your dreams and continue to grow into the person that God is meant for you to be. You know, it's like I said in a video before, use your imagination and get out there and figure out what it is that you truly enjoy doing. You know, so many people are just stuck in a rut and they're working at a job that is just okay, you know, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to teach my kids that that's okay. I want my kids to do something they love. I don't care if they could get a job that's, you know, let's say it makes them $30 an hour compared to a job that makes them $10 an hour. Financial success will come from that job that at $10 an hour if you are truly passionate about it. So if you're always looking for that job that pays a little more, then you're never going to make the amount of money that you want. And you're always going to have to think, I got to spend less. You know, so many people go through life, every time they get a raise, they like want to treat themselves. You know, oh, I got a raise, I should go buy myself something. So guess what just happened to your raise? Nothing. You didn't get that raise because now you're right back where you were because you spent it. You know, every month you're spending that amount, you know. When if you get a raise, you know, ideally the thing we should be doing is, you know, hey, I got a 3% raise. I'm going to throw that 3% into my my investing, you know, and then act like I never got it and continue living like I am and then spending a little less. If you want more money in your life, you know, spend less. You know, don't buy as many things. So that's my little motivation video for you guys today. Just constantly be using your imagination to find what it is that you truly love and what you want to be. And don't be afraid to fail, you know, chase your dreams. See you guys.